Hello everybody, welcome to the whole class read for years 1 and 2 for the week beginning 27th of April. So this week we've been reading a book called A Seed is Sleepy. We've been reading that with Miss Lyons. That's on YouTube. You can go and have a look at that now if you haven't already. And just like last week, we're going to be working through this book this week and answering a few questions each day. Now, I really enjoyed this book. It's what I'd call a fiction and a non-fiction book. So there's a story that runs throughout this book, children, but there's also loads and loads of facts. So I've really enjoyed it for that reason. Also, if you have a look carefully, the illustrations in this book are absolutely beautiful, and it's one of the reasons that I wish we were in school at the moment, is I think there'd be loads of art we could do around this. With that in mind, you might like to this week have a look at some of the pictures really carefully and try doing some of these pictures for yourself. Maybe you could do some painting or some drawing inspired by this book. I think it's really, really beautiful. Okay, so questions for Monday, that's the 27th of April. So I'd like you to read up to this page here. A seed is secretive. And again, just like last week, I've got some questions here. I've got questions in blue, which are slightly easier, and questions in green, which is slightly more tricky. It is entirely up to you what you want to do, children. You might want to do blue ones one day, green ones the next. It is your choice. Some children have chosen to write down the answers to these questions. Some children have decided to just talk about this with a parent, and some children have even videoed themselves or got an adult to video them, sort of giving these answers, and I think all of those are fantastic ideas, everybody. So it's entirely up to you how you do it. Alright, so question 1, day 1. In the text, it describes the seed as sleepy. Which season is the seed waiting for? So it says the seed sleeps, or the seed waits underneath the ground for a certain amount of time and waits until it gets a bit warmer for a certain season. But which season is that? Okay. Question 2. So our green questions today. So it says, what does the word secretive mean? And the clue is in the question there, really, everybody. What does the word secretive mean? And before you ask an adult, I bet you can have a really good guess as to what that means. Remember, try and put it in a sentence if you can for some extra points today. And question 3 says, why does the author describe the seed as secretive? So why does the author choose this word secretive to describe the seed? Children, that's really tricky. It involves some inference from you, so just have a really good think about that. Okay, thanks everybody. Time for Tuesday's questions. Okay, Tuesday the 28th. So I'd like you to read up until this page here, where it says seeds come in many sizes. And I've got a few questions for you today. So blue questions, number 1. Which seed is the smallest of all? It describes one seed as the smallest of all. Which seed is that? Have a think. Question 2. What is a pod? So a pod, that's sort of some new vocabulary for us, isn't it? Sort of quite subject specific. You can add to your glossary if you like, that we've been creating this week. What is a pod? Give it a Google or speak to somebody in your household. Question 3. Oh, got a fair few today, everybody. Question 3. How many seeds might be in one orchid pod? How many seeds might be in one orchid pod? And I'll give you a clue. It's lots. It's very many indeed. How many seeds might be in one orchid pod? Green question today. How many pounds does the largest seed weigh? If you listen to Miss Lyons very carefully, you'll find out how many pounds does the largest seed weigh. So that's not pounds like you might pay for something with a pound coin. That's pounds like a unit of measurement, okay? How many pounds does the largest seed weigh? Okay. Well done, everybody. Wednesday questions. It's the 29th today. I'd like you to read up until these 2 pages here. I've got questions based on these 2 pages, so you might have to have a read again and remind yourselves what's on these 2. I found this absolutely fascinating, everybody, and there are some things that I've learned in this book, even at my old age, so I bet you guys are learning loads as well. So number 1 says, what do you call seeds that travel on water? They've got a special name for them. What do you call seeds that travel on water? Again, listen to the lovely Miss Lyons and you'll find the answer to that one. Question 2. Can you name 3 different drift seeds? can you name 3 different kinds of drift seeds? There's quite a few, and if you have a look in the illustration, that will help you. Okay, next question today. Oh, grief, yep, we've gone a bit nuts here today. Let's have a look. Question 3. Which 2 adjectives does the author use to describe the drift seeds' shells? So it talks about the drift seeds and their shells, and there's the drift seeds, they have to keep safe from the water, they have to keep nice and dry, but it gives you 2 adjectives, 2 describing words, the author does, to describe these drift seed shells. And what are they? How are they described? Again, have a look in the illustration. Question 4. What helps drift seeds to keep afloat? So what keeps them from falling into the water and diving down right to the bottom and sinking? What helps them not to do that? What helps drift seeds to keep afloat? And question 5. Name 3 ways a seed can travel. So that's going to be on this page just here, children, on this one here. Name 3 ways that a seed can travel. Seeds travel in lots of different ways, but can you name 3? Fantastic, that's today's questions, everyone. Thursday, it's the 30th today, everybody. Okay, I'd like you to read up until this page just here. A seed is generous. Generous. You might want to have a think about what that word means. Question 1, blue question today. Choose a seed. So you could choose a bean, rice, pumpkin, there are a few more on there. And copy its growth timeline. So you can see in this picture just here the growth timeline, so how it starts off and then how it eventually grows and grows and grows over time. I'd like you to choose one, you don't have to do them all, just choose one and copy that timeline, okay? How does it change? So how does it change? How does it change over time? And question 2, can you copy any new words into your glossary? So children, on this page and the page after it, on this double page, there are quite a few, 2 or 3 new words, new vocabulary. They were new to me, children, they'll certainly be new to you, and you might like to pop those into your glossary that you've been creating, because yeah, they're quite tricky and they're quite new. How impressive it would be for people to hear you saying these words in your sentences, children. Amazing. Okay, that's questions for Thursday. Okay, and questions for Friday. So it's less of a question, more of a task today. So Friday, it's the 1st of May, everybody. It says, can you write a book review for A Seed is Sleepy? So last week we read about the How to Hide a Lion, How to Hide a Lion at School, and that was a very different text from this one. That was a story, wasn't it? Something that's not real. And whereas this text, it's got some story language in it, but it's very much a non-fiction text. It's got lots of facts in, and so I thought it'd be interesting for us to sort of compare those and think and write a book review for this book. Now, I've got just an idea here of what that could look like. And again, children, this can look exactly how you want it to look. It doesn't have to look like this. So it says book review, you put the title, the author, give 1 or 2 sentences about what the book is about. It says here, who would this book be suitable for? I love reading books and then recommending them to people. My mum loves books about all sort of police and crime and cops and robbers. She loves that sort of thing. And my dad, oh my goodness, I don't think my dad's read a story in a very long time, because he loves to read non-fiction. He loves to read fact books and find out information about things. So maybe you can think of somebody who loves to read about seeds, who loves to read about plants and how they grow, and that might be somebody you'd recommend that to. So you pop that information there. This one, you can't quite see the question. It says, would you recommend this book and why? So you can give it a star rating. You know how often in films they say, oh, give this film 5 stars because it was really good. Well, you can give this book some stars. You might say, oh, didn't really enjoy this one. I preferred that one we did about a lion. I'm only going to give this one 1 star, and that is absolutely fine, children. Or you might say, oh my goodness, this book was fantastic. I've recommended it to all of my family, 5 stars. Excellent. No problem, everybody. That's absolutely your choice. And then it says here book illustration. So down here you might like to find one of the pictures in the book, and there are so many beautiful ones to choose from, aren't there? And you can draw something just here, or you might want to draw the front cover, or you might want to draw something that sort of inspired you from the book. It is entirely your choice, children. Now again, this is what my book review looks like, but I'm aware that it's a bit tricky now to sort of find these templates and that sort of thing, so you can set it out however you would like, okay? no problem at all. Wonderful, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed the whole class read this week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.